How's going on here? Don't you just feel lost sometimes? Last week I decided to sit on the floor instead of the chair. Not only I feel ashamed of myself, but I want to make things right and keep the consistency by creating a mind eraser. If you hear someone talking about the Super Bowl, tell them it's not real, folks, it's not real! What better way to introduce the topic? Game hoaxes have been a thing since games itself, believe it or not. If it wasn't on a video game magazine, it was from a friend in the playground telling about the Pokégods. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Roger. But when the internet became more popular and magazines began to phase out, game hoaxes became more prevalent there, because literally everyone could write anything. Nothing safe here, folks. You could wake up with the announcement of the removal of Mewtwo in Brawl and then the next day with Marcus Phoenix in Smash. Anything can happen. And today, we're gonna be talking about some game hoaxes and get to the bottom of this, and try to understand why they exist. Part 1. The Origins. One of the first examples of a game hoax was the Chocolate Factory level in Super Mario Bros. On the book How to Win at Nintendo Games, author Jeff Roven mentions a mystery level in the Super Mario Bros. Game that takes place in a chocolate factory. He also said that it's a rumor and that he himself never accessed the level before, and he incentivizes the player to find the level. That never existed. Yup, it's just a recolored screenshot. Who would have thought? Did you know that you could actually shoot the dog in Duck Hunt? In some rare arcade versions of the game, the dog would jump alongside the birds and you could shoot him. But don't get all too excited, you psycho, he doesn't die! But some rumors say the opposite, that you could actually kill the dog in the NES version. And that's completely false, just imagine the outrage Nintendo would be receiving. One of the most famous rumors is Error Macro. Ermac for short is a secret unlockable character in the arcade version of the original Mortal Kombat. But he actually isn't. If you look closely, he's just Scorpion with a glitched out color scheme, that's why he's red. But the devs actually followed up with the joke by adding him in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 in 1995, and he still makes regular appearances in the series to this day. Did you guys 100% Super Mario World? For everyone that said yes, did you guys get the laser suit? You know, the laser suit, just the best ability in the series that never made outside of this game. How do I know about this ability? It's because of some rando in the internet. A weird video appeared on YouTube in late 2006 of someone going to a top secret area in Super Mario World and getting the special ability, the laser suit. With it, you could get the abilities of Messiah himself, shoot lasers, and get the badass suit. Unfortunately, it was just a hack of the game and the suit never existed. Now this is one of my favorites, so bear with me. You guys know Nintendo, right? In 2005 they announced a new codename for their next console, and that codename was Revolution, something new that would change the gaming industry forever. So if this was a revolution, it wouldn't be just a regular console with a regular controller, it would be something else, unheard of. This is not what I had in mind, but good job Nintendo, you managed to make a sequel for the Virtual Boy. This is the Nintendo On, a brand new console from Nintendo. We play via a VR visor and it snaps into place in the brain, the main console. It's kinda similar to the Nintendo Switch and how it snaps into the dock. But that's not all, it has all our favorite games, Metroid, Zelda, Mario, and it has the power to process 512 million Princess Castles. The N64 must be pissing itself in the dick. Imagine if this thing actually released. This video was made by Pablo Belmont in 2005. Very impressive indeed. Not everyone had a supercomputer to create something like this, but he did something that almost reaches the level of a Nintendo production. Great job! Many people believed in this, but unfortunately that moment of popularity only dured for a few hours since the E3 happened the same day and the Wii was officially unveiled. And I gotta admit, I think the Wii doesn't have that much power to renderize millions of Peach's castles. And the video cuts off in a weird spot, so it raises some eyebrows. But the reason for that was because Pablo's data got corrupted and he had to release the unfinished video because of time constraints. But it would include WarioWare and Metal Gear Solid gameplay. Cool. Here's a silly looking video from 2008 that you've probably already seen it. It showcases the PS4, Xbox 712, the Wii Phone, the iBox, the Game Boy Omega and all that stuff. This video has been appearing in people's YouTube recommendations for years now, and I don't know why. The Xbox 720 is so goofy looking, where are you gonna put this? The iBox? Why? The PS4? What the f— By far the best one is the Wii phone. It's a phone and also a Wii. What's better than that? The only correct one here is the PS4, and it's not a coincidence that it's the most boring one. Come on, you could have gotten the Game Boy Omega. Ah, but we can't forget my favorite one, the Nintendo DS closed and the Nintendo DS open. Jokes aside, all of these look AI generated, primarily the Another PS4 and the 720 controller. These don't look human. Did you know that Bigfoot is in GTA San Andreas? Well, there's nothing in the game's code that hints such thing exists. Lara Croft, everyone knows who she is, and the Tomb Raider series as well. Let's talk about the nude code, because when am I gonna talk about Tomb Raider? The nude code was a long rumored code by the fans that would let you play Tomb Raider, but as naked. Because that's what every man loved in the 90s, gross out humor and PS1 bazooka polygons. It was teased by the devs many times, but it was obviously a joke. They never planned for such thing, nor they ever thought of that before the fans raved for it. Spoiler alert, but Ares dies in Final Fantasy VII, but you can prevent it with the power of friendship. There was a rumor that said that if you were more friendly to Ares in dialogues and an ass to Tifa, Ares would die, but Tifa would die instead. That doesn't make any sense. There's also other methods, but they're all fake. She's dead, guys. Now, let's take a look at some Pokémon hoaxes. But why did I choose Pokémon instead of Smash? I don't know. Let's go back to Pokémon Red and Blue and talk about the most random hoax that has come from Pokémon. The Pokémon Mew was only given at the Japanese event, and that was the only way you could get it, so the US and Europe never got that Pokémon. But there was a rumor that said that if you went to a random island right before you go aboard the SSN, there was a truck, and under it, there was Mew. Obviously, it was a hoax, but I wish it was true. Hey You Pikachu is one of the weirdest Pokemon games of all time, and it's a fact. You need to speak to an N64 microphone and Pikachu will react to what you say. Kinda. See, there was a rumor that said that if you said Sony or PlayStation, Pikachu would get mad at you. But it's just a hoax, it doesn't matter what you say, Pikachu will react randomly. Getting back into Red and Blue, we have a rumor that doesn't make much sense, but back then, it looks like something Nintendo would do. In April of 1999, the Expert Gamer magazine detailed a method of how to involve Dragonite into Yoshi. You had to catch all 150 Pokemon, then you had to trade a Dratini back and forth with a friend until it evolved into Dragonite, and then give a Firestone to Dragonite in Cerulean Cave, and then you would unlock Yoshi. It's fake. It was just an April Fool's joke, but it wasn't the only time this happened. There was also a rumor that said that Leaky Tongue could evolve into Luigi? What's next? Jinx evolves into Bowser? This is more of a creepypasta than anything, but the Lavender Town theme just might be the creepiest music in all of Pokemon. But some rumors started popping up online that when the game originally released in Japan, many kids got seizures and even committed suicide when they reached Lavender Town, because the original theme had weird frequencies that could f up a child's mind. This incident was named the Lavender Town Syndrome, and it's just so unbelievable. If this really happened, Nintendo would be sued and it would be all over the news, but there's no proof that this actually happened. If you hear the actual theme, nothing happens. I didn't know anything about this hoax until recently, and it's my favorite of all of these hoaxes, the Pokegods. Before Gen 2, we only had 150 Pokemon, but many people began theorizing that every Pokemon after 150 was a Pokegod. Mew was the only Pokemon that was after Mewtwo, so it was the first Pokegod. When some Pokemon from Gen 2 were leaked, everyone thought that they were Pokegods, even the weakest ones were gods. After Gold and Silver released, this rumor was forgotten by many, and finally when Pokemon Diamond and Pearl released in 2006, we got our Pokegod, and that being Arceus. The final Pokemon hoax for today is a sad one, Pokemon Z and Pokemon Stars. Pokemon Z was a rumored third version of Pokemon X and Y. Every other game had one, why shouldn't this have one too? Even the anime got a season called Pokemon X, Y and Z. We had a Pokemon that represented Z, that being Zygarde. Everything was hinting for Pokemon Z, until it didn't happen. It just didn't happen, they never announced it or anything. The only actual proof of it existing was some early files in X and Y, nothing else. I wanted this version to exist. Zygarde was one of my favorite Pokemon at the time of X and Y. Why didn't it happen? Similar thing happened when some listings began appearing online for Pokemon Stars on the Nintendo Switch, a third version for Pokemon Sun and Moon, but it was quickly taken down and Pokemon Stars never existed. It was all fake. Part 2. Random bull. A Link to the Past was the third game on the Zelda series, and the first on the SNES, but some guy on the internet doesn't think so. A listing appeared online for The Legend of Zelda The Triforce Saga, the third mainline NES game. It was a dev cartridge and it went for $3,000. But it doesn't take long to realize that the cartridge was fake. This is a fun one. In Street Fighter 2, Ryu says after defeating the opponent, you must defeat Shenlong to stand a chance. This was probably a mistranslation from Capcom, but fans being fans started speculating about the secret character, Ryu and Ken's mentor, Shenlong, the most OP character of all time. Well, they were not the only ones. EGM in their April 1992 issue said that and popularized the claim. It was fake. No such character exists, but Capcom made a little something for the fans. They added Akuma into Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It's not Shenlong, but it's similar. Have you ever played Bowser's Castle on Mario Kart 64 and asked yourself why there's a swamp under bars? Well, it's obviously an unlockable character, of course. And his name is Marty the Swamp. Can't wait to see him in the next Mario Kart game. In 2000, an image of a new GBA game appeared at IGN's website, an image that shows a purple Yoshi running in a third-person view. No one knows where this image came from, there's no other game like this one. It could have been just a tech demo for the GBA similar to Super Mario 128, but not even that we can confirm. I wouldn't say it's a hoax, but a weird case of a game that quote-unquote never existed. Kakarot is one of the goofiest things that has ever come up from these hoaxes, a lost educational Genesis game about a crocodile called Kakarot. We have almost nothing about Kakarot, only a 2-second audio and the supposed box art of the game, but looking closely to this, it's most definitely a hoax, but we can't confirm for sure. Stop and Swap is the biggest mystery in the Banjo-Kazooie games. No one can solve this thing and it's still to this day unsolved. A video was uploaded into YouTube in 2006 of the supposed way to solve Stop and Swap, but it was again not true. I'm surprised that it's not a screamer or anything, just a video tutorial of how to do the thing. The method here doesn't work and the video received so much backlash that the original uploader deleted it, just to re-upload it again in 2020. Now, let's talk about Smash Bros. I mean, why not? Smash is the expert in this kind of stuff. Let's start from the beginning. Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. This game had a whopping 12 characters. It's not much, but for the first game in the N64, not bad. But more were planned. Mewtwo, King Dedede, Bowser, Pit, and even Sigurd were planned for 64. Some said. You see, Sakurai never said that, so we can't confirm that's actually true. I mean, partially, he confirmed that Mewtwo, King Dedede and Bowser were planned, but when we talk about Pit and Sigurd, that's another story. Now moving over to Melee, we have the most popular hoax of the series, Sonic and Tails in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Electronic Gaming Monthly in their April 2002 issue said that players would unlock Sonic and Tails if they defeated 20 enemies in Cruel Melee. Now that was quickly to be proven false. Professional players were quick to debunk this one, but it's not that crazy when you discover that Sakurai and Yuji Naka were friends, so Sonic could have been easily added if they wanted to. In 2002, an article appeared in a GeoCities website that said that if players got the perfect score in Adventure Mode and then complete Adventure Mode again, they would unlock Toad. No. Who would want Toad in Smash? Like seriously, do you actually like Toad? Now there was the James Bond rumor. That will never happen. Smash is a celebration of game characters. Getting first-party playable characters in here would be a mess. Many people want Gino for Smash. I don't know why, until it happens people just won't shut up. And this guy too. This video appeared online in the late 2000s of a guy playing as Gino in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The model looks odd, but hey, it looks fine. This video was actually lost for some time, only recently it resurfaced again. This is a piece of Brawl history here. In 2012, an image appeared for Super Smash Bros. Universe, the first game in the Smash series for the Wii U. This was proven false. Sakurai said that the development for the next game would only begin after Kid Icarus Uprising. But we can all agree that this name is better than Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. What kind of name is that? The best thing that has ever happened to the Smash Hoax community was the Rayman leak. There, I said it. A video was posted online of a supposed leak that Rayman would be added to Smash Wii U and 3DS. The render looks legit and the audio as well. A plausible leak overall. But it was proven false. The creator Artsy Omni was just promoting his series Smashify, and I can't get mad by this. But with every Rayman leak, there's a Grinch leak. The Smash community started a civil war because of this leak. Some photos were posted into Snapchat by some French guy that was really mad at Nintendo, so he leaked everything. Every character from Ultimate was leaked. Ken, Banjo, Shadow, Mac Rider, Chorus Kids, no one was safe. And this was given the name the Grinch leak because of a cardboard cutout of Grinch in the photos. It's poor quality, so it's hard to make out what characters are here. Around the same time, a leak appeared saying that only Ken and Incineroar would be the last characters added to the base game and more would come in DLC form, and that's what started the war. After late November 2018, when Nintendo released this trailer, yeah, the Grinch leak got buried underground. It was baloney. I have so many good memories from Smash fake leaks. So many 4chan leaks appeared during the Fighter Pass that I can't even mention every single one. There was one that guessed every character until Sephiroth and said that Doomguy and Rayman would be added. That never happened. There was one hours before the June 2021 Direct and said that Master Chief would be added. That never happened. And there was one leak that said that Nintendo asked permission from Disney to use Kingdom Hearts songs in Smash, and the leaker said that Sora would be the last character. That actually happened. Part 3. Mario and random bull. Luigi in Super Mario 64 might be one of the most annoying hoaxes of our times. It proves that a human being can't face the truth. Basically, in Mario 64, when you get to the courtyard, there's a statue with random lettering on it, but some people believe that it said L is real 2401. It means that Luigi is real and you would need to collect 2401 coins to unlock him. You see, every Mario game before 64 had Luigi, so him being cut out of this one is odd. But on the other hand, Miyamoto said that Luigi was planned for 64, but it never made to the final version. Huh. Luigi was just a rumor for the longest time until 2020. When the Nintendo Giga leak happened, Luigi's model from Super Mario 64 was leaked. So we can confidently say that Luigi is real. Similar to Luigi, rumors started popping up about Waluigi in Mario 64 DS. We had Wario in this game, so where's Waluigi? This is just Luigi in Mario 64 for the next generation. All of this started because of this page from a magazine. This is something you would hear from a friend in the playground. And there's things that hint for that. There's a fifth door next to the other characters' doors, but unfortunately, it's not in it. Wario in Super Mario 64 is the kind of thing that was created just to scare little kids, and it's just because of a fucking iceberg. People use this image when they talk about Wario in Mario 64, but it's just from a showing from E3 1996. Super Mario Galaxy on a handheld? This trailer was posted online for a game called Super Mario Galaxy DS. You had to collect all 120 stars with Mario and 121 stars with Luigi, and then you could play Mario Galaxy on the go. That's unbelievable! And when you get a star on the DS version, you get 10 Wii points. This trailer looks fantastic. For 2007, this is surreal. I miss when fan-made trailers were like this. Yeah, this trailer was once again made by the one and only Pablo Belmont. He made this for a class project, you had to make a viral video, and he made this before Mario Galaxy released, and we only got a few trailers. He recreated all of this from scratch. That's mind-blowing. In the end, he only got a B+, which is unfair. Oh well. Now Pablo works on the gaming industry, and he continued making fakes after this. Majora's Mask 3D is an example that after that became an actual game. Oh god. Scrupulous Finger is a supposed cut character from New Super Mario Bros. It all started because of a Twitter account posted an image of this thing saying, "It's real guys." But it's nothing more than a hoax, and thank god. Totaka Song is a simple song composed by Kazuki Totaka, and he has worked on many Nintendo games, and he somehow inserts Totaka Song on the games he works on. Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart 8 and Animal Crossing are some examples where Totaka Song is in. But there's some games that Kazuki Totaka has worked on that Totaka Song is yet to be discovered. Super Mario Odyssey and Smash Ultimate are some games that he's worked on, but the song is yet to be discovered. But the most interesting claim that people make is that the ball hitting the tennis racket in Wii Sports is Totaka Song. When you speed up slightly, it's a high-pitched Totaka Song, but we can't confirm that. EGM strikes again, and they made Mushroom Kingdom Hearts. Sora is ready for a new adventure, and he's going to the Mushroom Kingdom and meet Mario. This is a hoax. Game hoaxes are funny, like so many make sense and some are just plain random. And that's the beauty of it, anything can happen with this. It can be the Nintendo 1, the Rayman leak, or Super Mario Galaxy DS, they're all fun to speculate and fantasize about, until they're proven false. And that was some game hoaxes for ya. I don't know what this had to do with brainwashing, but with all of this, I learned that I can be whatever I want. I can be here, or here. Wait, but I'm still being wanted.